अस्सलाम वालेकुम। उम्मीद करता हूँ दोस्तों आप सब खैरियत से होंगे। तो आज की इस वीडियो में मैं आपको बताऊंगा टर्मिनोलॉजी के बारे में। व्हाट इज टर्मिनोलॉजी? तो टर्मिनोलॉजी is a group of specialized word and respective meanings in a particular field, and also the study of such terms that their use the latter meanings is also known as terminology science. A term is a word, compound word, or multi-word expression that in specific context in given specific meaning. These may deviate from the meanings the same words have in other contexts and in everyday language. Terminology is a discipline that studies, among other things, the development of such terms and their international shifts with the specialized domain. Terminology differs from lexicography as it involves the study of concepts, conceptual systems, and their labels. Terms various lexicography studies word and their meaning. Terminology is a discipline that systematically studies the labeling or designation of concepts particular to one or more subjects, fields, or domains of human activity. It does this through the research and analysis of terms in context for the purpose of documenting and promoting consistent usage. Terminology can be limited to one or more languages. For example, multilingual terminology and bilingual terminology, or may have an interdisciplinary focus on the use of terms in different fields. Overview Overview of terminology. The terminology discipline consists mainly of the following aspects: analyzing concepts and concept structures utilized in a field of area of activity. Identity the terms assigned to concept. Creating correspondence between terms in the different languages. In the case of bilingual, bilingual term, creating new term in database or compiling the term on paper or in database, managing terminology database as required. Types of terminology are distinct is made between two types of terminology work. ADHOC work on terminology, which deals with a single term or limited number of terms. Systematic collection of terminology, which deals with all the terms in a specific subject, field, or domain of activity, often by creating a structured ontology of the terms within that domain and their interrelationships. ADHOC terminology is a prevalent in the translation profession, where a translation for a specific term or group of terms is required quickly to solve a particular translation problem. Nomenclature comprises types of terminology, especially having to do general ontology, applied ontology, and taxonomy. Categorization and classification, such as taxonomy for life forms, taxonomy for search engines, and so on. Terminolo- Terminology as a discipline. A terminology intends to home categorical organization by improving the accuracy and contents of terminology. Technical industries and standardization institutes compile their own glossaries. This provides the consistency needed in the various areas, fields and branches, movements and specialties to work with core terminology to then offer material for the discipline, traditional and doctrinal literature. Terminology is also then in boundary crossing problems such as language translation and spatial epistemology. Terminology helps to build bridges to extend one area into another. Translators research the terminology of the language they translate. Terminology is taught alongside translation in universities and translation schools. Large translation department and translation bureaus have a टर्मिनोलॉजी सेक्शन। तो दोस्तों फ्रेंड्स, आज की इस वीडियो में मैंने आपको टर्मिनोलॉजी के बारे में बताया कि व्हाट इज टर्मिनोलॉजी एंड ओवरव्यू टर्मिनोलॉजी, टाइप्स ऑफ टर्मिनोलॉजी एंड टर्मिनोलॉजी एज अ डिसिप्लिन। तो अगर आपको वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो तो लाजमी चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, बेल आइकन को लाजमी प्रेस करें। तो आज की इस वीडियो में दोस्तों इतना ही, मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।